As we started communication skill, we discuss about importance, process, and then we were in a process to discuss about the barriers of communication. As I said, if there are barriers in communication, it will somewhere uh, create the obstacles in communication. And one by one, we saw many barriers of communication, and then we came to language as a barrier. And I think uh, most of the people, those who live in non-English speaking countries, they face English as a barrier, English language as a barrier for their communication. So let me tell you one thing, that English is a language which is spoken worldwide. But if you take uh, the English speaking countries, so in percentage you will not find more than 3 or 5% countries, those who are English speaking countries, English as their native language. But most of the countries, more than 95% countries in the world, they don't have English as their native language. So they also learn English the way we Indians learn. So don't worry, if you practice, if you try, you can speak English language as a native speaker. So today I have come up with some of the tips to improve your English speaking. I know there are many students, those who are good at English speaking, they know English speaking, but still there are tips and techniques which there are some tips and techniques which can help you to polish your language. Because you know, speaking English is one thing, but speaking English effectively with all manners and etiquettes, using all the tools of communication, that is a different thing. So these tips are for all the students, those who are good at English, those who are weak in English. So note down these uh, tips and try to apply these tips and techniques in your day to day life, and I hope definitely your English speaking will improve. Okay, so let's begin. So our today's topic is English speaking, English learning tips. As yesterday I asked you some questions: what is English, why is English language important, what are the problems. So the answer for the first question, what is English? English is a subject. Yes, okay. Because what happened, since our school time, those who are not in those who studied in non convent schools, so English was treated as a subject. All the time we were told that English is a subject and you have to pass this subject. And students also learnt English as a subject, and they just gather the information to pass the exam, and they never treated English as a language. Therefore they didn't have English speaking environment at their schools, at their locality, at home. And the result was, when they completed their schools and they entered in the college, and when they observed that all the people in college speak English and they are not able to speak English, then they felt very bad. And most of the people, I have observed that most of the students, when they complete their schools, they enter the college, and when they face the communication problem with their colleagues, with the teachers, then they stop their education only because of communication, because they are not able to speak English. So English language is only one thing, if you practice you can improve. So don't be just disappointed by not speaking English language. Okay, so it is all about our environment. So English is a language, now we have to accept it. If we accept, then only we will work on it. Then why is it important? As yesterday you all answered, it is international language, it is universal language. With the help of English language, yeah, please don't answer when I ask you, then only you should answer. Okay, please don't interrupt. When I ask you question, that time only you should answer me. Till then keep your mics mute. Okay, so let me complete first. When I ask you question, that time you should answer. So why is English language important? few more importance I will tell you. Okay, as yesterday you told, it is international language. It helps in academic achievements. It helps to build a career. English language helps you to crack your interviews. But beyond this, I will tell you how English language can help you in other areas. English language is to impress the people. English language can be used to convince the people. English language can be used to dominate the people. English language can be used to make quick friends. English language can be used to get your work done at most of the institutions or government offices. So English language is not limited to your educational activities, but it can help you in your social affairs, in your personal life also. So there are innumerous advantages of English language. Okay, now what are the problems? Why most of the people, those who study English at school, at college, but still they are not able to speak English? This is the common scenario we have observed. I have observed many people, those who complete their graduation, their post graduation, even they start teaching in schools and colleges, but still they are not able to communicate in English language. Though they have passed many exams in English language, but still they are not able to speak English. So, what are the reasons? As yesterday we discussed, I was asking you people that those who face difficulties in English speaking, what are your problems? Now I ask you questions, and only the students, those who face problem in English speaking, should answer me only. Okay? Yes. So I allow you to speak. Let me know your problems. Why do you not speak English regularly, effectively? Or if you speak English, what problems do you face? So one by one, just raise your hand and answer me, so that I can give you tips and techniques according to your difficulties. Yes, students, answer my question. What are your problems to speak English? Yes, Haq Muhammad Etesham. Okay, grammatical mistakes. So you people should write down these difficulties, because these problems are very common problems. If one student ask a question about one particular difficulty, yeah. Hmm. Okay, means environment, lack of environment. Okay, lack of environment, yeah, this is also a problem. Yes, again, one more. Okay, lack of confidence. Again, what are your problem? Okay, you fumble when you start speaking English. Again, what more your difficulties are? Okay, lack of vocabulary. Grammar, I have already this. Hmm. Pronunciation. Okay, lack of proper pronunciation. Again, grammatical words. See, words are words. Okay, there are no specific category of grammatical words. Words are actually, first of all, we need to understand what is grammar. Grammar is a structure. Okay, and when we put words in that structure, in that frame, then we get a complete sentence. So grammar itself does not have special words. Grammar is just a frame. When we put words in that frame, then we get a ready sentence. Okay. Again, what more difficulties? Okay, fluency. Yes, what are your difficulties? Because see, what I want to do first, I want to clear your doubts and your difficulties, and then I will give you the tips and techniques to improve your English language. So let me have your difficulties first. Yes, what more difficulties do you face apart from this? Yes, anyone? Okay, fear of speaking. Okay, okay. Fear of people. Simply we can say fear of public. Okay. Yes, again, because these are the common problems. Though only one student is asking the question about one difficulty, but I know most of the people face the same problem. Yes, again, any more difficulty, then I will discuss about these difficulties. And you should also write down these problems because these are the common problems for all. Yes, so what are the difficulties? The first is grammatical errors or lack of grammar knowledge, isn't it? This is the first problem. So let me tell you, as I told you, grammar is a frame. Okay, grammar is a frame. When you put words in that frame, then you get a complete sentence, a phrase, a paragraph, a passage. Okay, so grammar, is it important or not? So every language has grammar, you know, every language has grammar. But you know what happened? There are two ways to learn any language. First, being in that environment, and second, by learning its grammar and vocabulary. So our native languages like Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, we don't learn by grammar. We learn being in that environment. Since our childhood, we are in the particular environment of Hindi speaking environment, so we automatically learn to speak Hindi. Okay, but English is our native language, and we don't get English speaking environment at home. Therefore, what happens when we grow up, when we complete our schools, and when we go to college, and then we see that English is must. Everybody is speaking English, and I should also speak English. Then we start learning English. So now, what we need to do? What we do? We learn English by learning grammar, and we have to learn it this way only. You know, most of the people say that no need to learn grammar, but without learning grammar, now you cannot improve your English language or any language. So first you need to learn the grammar. But grammar, how much grammar? You know, to learn English grammar, there are various books, and the average size of every book is around 500 pages. You don't need to learn all 500 pages, according to me, as I have taught English language for more than 6 to 8 years. So what I have found, that if you want to learn communicative English, you know, there are categories of English. So communicative English, if you want to learn communicative English, you need to learn only the grammar of 8 to 10 pages, not more than that. And in that also, hardly you need to learn 4 to 5 lessons of English grammar. If you command these lessons of grammar, then automatically you will start speaking. I will give you the examples of those lessons. First of all, parts of speech, tenses, again modals, voices, and direct indirect speech. If you learn these 5 lessons, you will start speaking English. Okay, and slowly, gradually, you will improve. So my answer to your question about grammar, so grammar is must at this stage. If you are learning English since your childhood, then no need to learn grammar. Automatically you will learn English language being in the environment. But at this stage, as you have completed your 12 years of education and you don't have environment, so now you have to go through grammar. Okay, so you cannot skip grammar completely, and don't just depend upon only grammar. Okay, second problem, as mentioned here, environment, lack of environment. As I told you initially, I told you, any language is learnt, any language is adopted in environment, and if you don't have environment, then you have to create the environment. Okay, and now in this, the era of information technology, you can create the environment anywhere. The best place is your college. As you come to college, so being a student, you can communicate in English, though you are speaking wrong English, though you are committing many mistakes. But let me tell you very responsibly, don't shy to speak English at college, because college is an educational institution, and everybody expect that students should speak English. Though you are speaking to your colleague, other students, you're talking to your teachers and other staff members in the college, just speak English. There you will find the environment. Okay, so as you are saying, lack of environment, so college is the best place to create the environment. Okay, and to create the environment, again you can make some friends, those who all want to learn English, those who want to improve their communication, and bet each other that we will speak only English with each other. Set a time in a day when you will call your friend and you will have conversation only in English language. So in this way you can create the environment. Okay, watch a video where a English speaker is discussing something. So these are the tactics of creating environment. Okay, another problem was here, lack of confidence. So confidence, what is confidence? You know, when you learn about a particular thing, when you practice that thing and you command, then only you get confident. Without knowledge, without practice, without trying a particular activity, you cannot do it, and when you fail to do it, then you feel you are lacking the confidence. Okay, so confidence comes from preparation and practice. So if you want to create your confidence of English speaking, you have to prepare and practice. Okay, so in this way you can create the confidence. As you said, fumble, while speaking you fumble, so it is because of lack of confidence. Okay, once you develop the confidence, then automatically fumbling will disappear. Again, someone said lack of vocabulary. So vocabulary, in English language, if you refer a standard size of dictionary, you will see there are 10 lakh words in a dictionary. So how many words do you need to speak a fluent English? According to my experiment, you need only 3000 words. If you command 3000 words, you will be able to speak very fluent English. Okay, 3000 words I'm saying you, because in dictionary there are 10 lakh words, but the key words, the words which are used in communicative English are 3000. Okay, and where you will get these words? You will get these words from storybooks and essay book. Don't try to pick words from newspaper. This is one of the disaster we have in our English learning practice. Don't pick words from newspaper. Newspaper is only for gaining knowledge and to practice your reading, but don't try to pick words from newspaper, because the words in newspapers are not the words used in conversation and in communication, most of the words I'm saying. So you need to pick the words from storybooks and essay books. Those are the best words for English speaking. Again, pronunciation. Someone said that she faces the problem of pronunciation. So at initial stage, for example, if you are committing grammatical mistakes, if you are not able to construct a sentence, so at this stage don't worry about pronunciation, just start speaking. Just be in English speaking environment every day. Just practice English speaking, making sentences, okay, making passages, and slowly, gradually you will improve your pronunciation. Okay, and how to improve pronunciation? Just listen to a person who speaks very good English. Just listen to a person who speaks very good English and you think his or her pronunciation is enough good, and copy that person. Okay, in this way you will definitely improve your pronunciation. Again, someone said fluency. How to improve the fluency? So first of all, you should understand what is fluency. Fluency means speaking any language in free flow and natural manner. I repeat, what is fluency? Because many people misunderstood this word. What is fluency? To speak any language in free flow manner, in natural manner, with mistakes. Fluency is not without mistake. Fluency is with mistakes. Though you commit mistakes in your speaking, but if you speak it in a free flow and natural manner, that is fluency. So don't worry about mistakes. Just speak English language as a native speaker is speaking. Okay. So now onwards, don't worry about fluency. Fluency is speaking free flow. And the last, someone said fear of before others, fear to speak English or any language before other people. So what is fear? I don't think that we should be afraid of speaking any language because we commit mistakes. There should be fear only for our life. We should be afraid of only in a situation when we have life threat. Why do we have threat of speaking any language? What will happen if you speak a language and if you commit mistake? What will happen? People will only laugh at you. People may pass the comments about you, but I'm sure nobody will punish you. Nobody will throw stones at you because you are speaking a wrong language. So don't be afraid of speaking English before anyone. Okay, because you know what happens at present you are at college, you are studying, and you have best opportunity to improve your communication skill. Once you complete your college and when you go to your professions, you go to your offices, your companies, and you deal with your clients, and that time if you don't speak English, that will not only embarrass you, but that will cause you great financial causes. You may face great financial losses also. So now it depends upon you. Where do you want to face the embarrassment? At college itself or for your lifetime? So if you want to avoid embarrassment for lifetime, face the difficulties at this stage, at college. In college, if you speak wrong English, you will not have commercial losses. Nobody will charge you anything. But if you speak wrong English language at your workplace, you may lose your job, you may lose your clients, okay, and you may get a lot of disadvantages at your professional life. Okay, so now 5 minutes are remaining, then we will rejoin once again. Okay, till then I will continue. So these are the difficulties you have shared with me, and I have given you the practical solutions. Okay, these are the practical solutions because I have gone through such communication practices. I myself joined many classes and many institutions where I developed my communication skills. So all these tips and techniques I'm giving you, these are out of my personal experiences. Okay, yeah. Now we'll go to the next slide. Okay. Once again I repeat, you should put your names in the chat box. All the students should put the names in the chat box, and then we'll see the quick tips of English learning. Yes, so now we'll go to the next slide. Here I have some quick tips, like don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay, this is the first lesson you need to learn. If you face problems in communication, remember one thing, that mistakes makes a man perfect. More you commit mistakes, more your doubts are clear, and more you speak fluently. So don't be afraid of committing mistakes. Mistakes are treasure actually. Okay, then practice, practice and practice. More you practice, then you can make yourself perfect. Listen. Listening is very important to learn any language, because we also learned our language by listening. Okay, not by reading or not by writing. We learn language by listening. Okay, so are you putting your names? I request all the students to put the names in the chat box. Then celebrate the success. Celebrate the success means if you succeed to make a sentence, if you succeed to write a passage, if you succeed to write a application or a letter, then celebrate it. Okay, appreciate yourself that I have done it. Okay, which I have never done, now I have done it. I have spoken to a person for 5 minutes, that is my success. Celebrate your success, though it is very small. Okay, think in English. Start to think in English. You know, we think more than we speak. I repeat, what is our common practice? We think more than we speak. So start thinking in English. If you are thinking about anyone, think in English. For example, now you are attending the lecture, and you think about your friend also, what they are doing. So think in English itself. For example, once I complete this session, I will join them as they are playing in the ground, and today we have very important match, so I'll go first and I will bat, and today I will make at least 50 runs for my team. What is this? This is thinking. So in this way you should practice English. Okay, think in English. Because according to a survey, it is said that more than 60,000 thoughts come to our mind. 60,000 thoughts. Okay, so thinking is far more than your speaking. Even if you don't have anyone to speak with, even if you don't have environment of English speaking, if nobody is listening to you, but one thing you can do yourself is thinking. Nobody can stop you from thinking. Even if in the silent zone, you can think in English. Okay, so this you should start the practicing. Talk to yourself, the same thing. You should talk to yourself. Okay, and tongue twister. You should practice tongue twisters. Who knows tongue twister? What are the tongue twisters? Can anybody say me? What is tongue twister? Very good. That is in Hindi. Again, in English, do you remember any tongue twister? Tongue twister. Very good. What's your name? Okay, Sanika. Very good. This is one of the most common tongue twister of English language. She sells seashells on the seashore. Again, any more tongue twister? Very good, very good. Good. Betty Botter bought some butter, but the butter was bitter, so Betty bought better butter. Betty makes bitter butter better. This is very nice. Again, any more tongue twister? There are thousands of tongue twisters in English language. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you what is tongue twister. The word itself says tongue twister, means the sentence and a phrase which twist your tongue is called tongue twister. Because English is not our native language and we don't practice English language. So you know what happens while speaking English, somewhere we fumble, we get stuck and our tongue gets twisted. Yeah, what are you saying? Very good. Very nice. Okay, so now let me tell you what are the tongue twisters. And tongue twister actually is used for speech therapy. As someone said while speaking, he fumbles. So tongue twister is used for speech therapy. People, those who have problem in speaking freely, like some children, they fumble and they stutter. So these tongue twisters help the children to correct their speeches. Okay, so there are thousands of tongue twister for each and every sound. Tongue twisters are available according to particular sounds. For example, as the first tongue twister was said, she sells seashells on the seashore. So why this tongue twister is created? It is created for the people, those who find difficulties to make difference between the sound of sh and s. Most of the Bihari, means people those who speak Bhojpuri, they can't make difference between sh and s. If you ask them to say Shah Rukh Khan, what he will say? Sarukh Khan. Yes. So it is so the Bhojpuri person, the Bihari, will not say Shah Rukh Khan. He will say Sarukh Khan. Okay. Why? Because of his mother tongue. His mother tongue is Bhojpuri, and in Bhojpuri the sound of sh is rarely found. Okay. So it happens with all the native language speaker. For example, a Marathi speaker, if a person speaks Marathi, a lot Marathi, okay, and the person does not speak any other language, only he speaks only Marathi, So such person will face problem in two sounds. First is f, okay, and second is z. For example, if a native Marathi speaker speaks English, so he says farmer. What he says? Farmer, phayu, okay, and father. Why? Because he is not able to pronounce f, okay, so it is not farmer, it is farmer, okay, it is five and father. Another problem is the sound of z. What he says? Priti Jinta. It is not Priti Jinta, okay, it is Priti Zinta, okay. So tongue twister we need to use to remove our mother tongue influence. You know, mother tongue influence should be removed from our English speaking. So tongue twisters are ideal to practice your English. So everybody should learn at least 2-3 tongue twisters, and every day you should practice it, okay. And how you should practice it? You should say your tongue twister in a free flow manner, okay, like she sells seashells on the seashore, she sells seashells on the seashore. Continuously 5 times, non-stop 5 times you should say your tongue twister, okay. So there are many tongue twisters. Yes, what is your question? What are you asking? Very good, very good, very good, okay. So find out these tongue twisters online and you will find many tongue twisters, okay. Williams, and again one more tongue twister is with the sound of W, okay, like Williams and Veronica wasted wine after wine, Williams and Veronica wasted wine after wine. So there are many tongue twisters. You should collect the tongue twisters and you should practice it, okay. Now the next tip is ask questions. You need to ask a lot of questions. If you have problems, you should ask the questions, okay, because you know question is the key to remove your doubts and your difficulties. Next, take a lead from the stars. What does it mean? Yes, I am back. Yes, very good. Very quickly, you have rejoined. So now this is the second session, and we'll continue it. So by the time, if you have any question, you can ask me till others join completely. You have to go on stage. The very simple technique to overcome your stage fear, you have to go on stage. More you appear on the stage, more your stage fear will disappear, okay. Why I'm saying this? Because I myself is a stage speaker. I have delivered more than 1,000 public talks. I have delivered social speeches, political speeches, commercial presentations, educational seminars. I have appeared on stage more than 1,000 times. Okay. So stage is the place which can remove your stage fear. Being at home, being at your bench, you cannot remove your stage fear. Stage is the only place where you will remove your stage fear. So once we start our classroom training, definitely I will train you for stage speaking also, because that is the most common we can say the lacking of people, those who are good at English, but still they can't deliver speeches at stage. And according to a survey, only 7% people in the world can speak on stage. Only 7%. It means 93% people are afraid of stage. So once we start classroom training, we will practice stage speaking also. Okay. Yes. Debate competition. Okay. Are you from which college? Pharmacy college. YV Chauhan. Yeah. So you know that Maulana Azad College campus. In this campus, many activities take place, and I hope debate competitions also take place. But I will assure you, once we start our classroom training, we will have different kinds of competition for communication improvement. Like we will have group discussions, we will have a debate competition, we will have presentation competition, we will have interview preparation, and we will have public speaking competitions also. Okay, once our classroom training starts. Okay, you should remind me. Okay, so now we'll go to our slide where we stopped. And one more thing you can do, you can go to my YouTube channel, and there you can find more tips and techniques about public speaking. My YouTube channel is Ask Parvez Khan. Okay, you should note down. Yes, I'll show you in the last slide. Just a minute. You should note down this. Here, this is. See, can you see on the screen? Yeah, that is Ask Parvez Khan. Yeah, all the social media platforms are on this name. Okay. Yeah, I request all the people to mute. Just a minute, I will mute all. You know what happened? Some students, they just keep their screens on and they just do their work. I know many people don't just watch screens, they don't just listen it carefully. They just keep their Zoom open and remain busy in their activities. Whose loss is this? This is not going to cause any losses to your trainer or your college, but you will miss the opportunity to learn. Okay, so we'll go back to our slides. So we are talking about the point, take a lead from the stars. It means you should listen, you should observe the people, those who are good at English speaking, your favorite English speakers you should follow. Okay, and the last point here is don't kick yourself while you are down. It means if you find difficulties in English speaking, don't get disappointed, don't be upset. Just look at your success, how much have you improved. That you should remember, and you should remind yourself again and again, and keep practicing. Okay, now we'll go to the detailed discussion about these tips and techniques. So here I have collected 50 points, and along with them some tips and some ideas to improve your English communication. Okay, so the first category, and all these tips and techniques are categorized. Okay, these techniques are categorized. So the first category is fluency in English is a lifestyle choice. So what you need to do if you want to improve your fluency in English language, you have to follow these 5 techniques. First, set time aside for your English each day and make it a priority. As I said, uh, there is there are some students, those who are good at English, but still they want to be effective. So you have to set the time. You have to set the time of 2 months, 3 months, and you should promise yourself that between during this period I will improve myself, I will polish my language. Okay, so the first tip is to improve your English speaking, you need to set the time. Okay, because you don't have lifetime period to improve English. You have to improve your English within few months only. Okay, it can be 2 months and 3 months. Second point is actively introduce more English into your daily routine. In your daily routine, introduce more English sentences and words. When you meet the people, when you come to college, when you speak with your teachers, try to use more and more sentences. Yes, someone raised the hand. What is your question? Who raised the hand? Yeah, if you don't have question, we'll continue. Okay, now the third point is use your native language less. Set a time. What I'm saying, if you set a time of 3 months, so use your native language less. Wherever you see an educated person, try to speak English with that person. Okay, this is the best way to practice. Wherever you see someone who is enough educated, like even a person is 12th pass, that person can understand your English. So avoid your native language, avoid your mother tongues, start speaking English with that person. Okay, the fourth point is stop thinking of English as just a textbook subject. English is not only in your textbook. Everywhere you will find English language. Even if you open your Facebook, you will find many content in English. If you go to Google, you will find many passages in English language. Everywhere English language is available. So try to read it, try to listen it, try to watch the conversations in English. So English should not be limited to your textbooks only. Okay. Fifth is find some study buddies. As I have given you earlier suggestion, that find a person who wants to improve English and you also want to English. So that person can be called your language buddy. Okay, language buddy, and you should set condition between both of you that we will speak only English with each other, or at least 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. Okay, at least at college we will speak English. So find someone that is language buddy, study buddy. Okay, the another category is don't look for a quick fix. There is not one. Don't be depressed if you don't get results immediately. Okay, so set realistic goals and allow adequate time for improvement. As I said, allow yourself the adequate time period. So here we have suggestion like start by setting a series of small and achievable goals in the short term. For example, 3 months. Write down your current commitment and decide how much time you have each week to dedicate to your English. Then compare your list of study goals with your availability and create a realistic plan. Okay, because it happens, I observe many people join English spoken classes. Many people join spoken classes, and when they don't see results in 1 month, then they discontinue the classes. So let me tell you, in 1 month you only learn the basic structure of grammar. So if you are not able to speak English in 1 month, so remember one thing, you are just creating the base first. Once your base is strongly made, then only you can start speaking. So most of the students, they attend spoken classes in first month and then they discontinue. So don't do this. Allow enough time for improvement. The seventh tip here is remember that fluency in English is a percentage game. As I told you, free flow speaking is called fluency, and slowly, gradually, it will improve. Okay, so it is a percentage game. Percentage wise, you will improve. 8th point here we have visualize your progress to appreciate what have you achieved so far. Okay, visualization is very important. In psychology, we suggest the people to visualize your success. Unless you visualize your success, you cannot go toward your goal. So before joining any class, before starting English speaking practice, visualize that you have become an amazing English speaker and you are speaking at stage before thousands of people. You are delivering a speech in English language. Visualize first, and then you will go toward your visualization. Okay, so visualize that you are going to become a good English speaker, and look at your achievements also, what you have achieved. Here now we have second category, third category, that is make English relevant and interesting to you. This is very important. This is very important. Why? Because I told you what we do when we decide to learn English, we start reading newspaper, isn't it? Most of the students, when they plan to improve English, they start only newspaper. And newspapers are full of rubbish, only negative information, dull and gloomy informations only. Nothing we find interesting in newspaper. And you know what happened? When you read newspaper, hardly you read newspaper for 2, 3 or 5 minutes and you get bored and then you stop reading. So what is the point here? You should read something which is very interesting. Watch something which is the part of your interest. Listen something which you like to listen. Okay? Otherwise, unnecessary, don't listen in everything, don't read everything, don't watch everything. Only you should listen, read and watch which is interesting to you. So connect your existing hobbies and interest with English language. For example, I know most of you are social media users. So decide today itself, when you will send messages to your friends, it will be in English only. But in English context, not only English alphabets. You will write sentences in English, because other person will definitely understand. Don't assume that he may not understand, she may not understand. So as most of the people are addict of social media, so use your social media completely in English language. Okay. Again, if you are searching something, search in English, because now Google has given you the Hindi access, Marathi access. Yes, someone is asking. Hello? No, I am not able to hear you. Okay. Mute yourself. Someone's mic is on, so please mute. I'll mute you all. I will mute you all. Okay. So here the next point is avoid using textbooks and materials that you find boring. The same thing I told you, that don't read boring material, don't watch boring material. Okay, it should be interesting, then only you will create interest in English learning. The next point is make a list of interesting topics for discussion. For discussion also you should find some interesting topics. So here we have tip: when you are engaged and interested, you gain fluency in English faster. Try making a list of topics you find intellectually and emotionally stimulating. Then search on Google to find relevant articles, videos, and other study materials for discussion and further study. So, the same suggestion is repeated here. I will tell you that if you are learning English language, so try to study history, some interesting incidents of history, some rulers, learn about them. Okay, so you will find it very interesting. The next point, join English internet forums that are related to your work or interests. The same suggestion about internet and social media. So that there are groups, on social media there are groups according to particular professions, according to particular interest. Join those groups and start conversation with them. Okay, the next category is build your other English skills to help with your spoken fluency. For example, always keep working to improve your vocabulary. Okay, for example, I know many people, they are very good at vocabulary, they are very good at reading, they are very good at writing. So use your other English skills to improve your spoken English. Okay, only learn words and expressions that you are actually going to use regularly. Keep a personal dictionary or vocabulary notebook for new words and phrases. Set yourself mini test each week on a selection of the most useful new terms you have found, or perhaps use an app like Words Steps, and there are many applications which help you to improve your English spoken, to compile list and test your vocabulary over a time. So here is the suggestion that you should download some English learning applications also, which will help you to improve your English. The next suggestion is remember that listening is half of the conversation. Now this is very important. Listening is the half of the conversation, because I told you initially we learn language by listening. We don't learn language by reading and writing. We learn language by listening. So more you listen English language, more you will get familiar with English words, English expressions and pronunciations. So here listening is very important. The way you listen, the same way you speak English. Okay, so listen to your favorite English speakers. Whoever is your favorite English speaker, just go online, put the name of that particular person and listen to that person. And believe me, within few days, you will find that you are able to speak English in the same manner, with the same expressions. Okay, so this point number 14 is very important. Listening is very important. Okay, the next is be a bookworm. Bookworm is like you should start reading new different kinds of book, so that you will go through new vocabulary. Okay, and you will get familiar with the sentence structures. Avoid reading material that is too old or outdated. Stick to texts written in the last 30 years, as these are more representative of the language used by native speakers today. So the suggestion is here, don't read too old material. You should read latest books. Okay, so when you buy the books by its published dates, because English language is evolving every day. There are some new vocabulary, new phrases are added in English language. So don't go for the old books, buy newly published books. Okay, the next is analyze native English conversation and dialogues for more natural speech. English language belongs to specifically British, okay, and American cultures. So if you don't listen to the native speakers, if you don't observe the British speakers and American speakers, you will not get complete idea of English speaking. So here is the suggestion, sometime you should listen to the native speakers also, so that you will get the real expressions and the perfect style of English speaking. Avoid focusing too much on grammar. Okay, this is the suggestions I have already given you, that don't focus much on the grammar. Okay, you need to learn the basic grammar only the structured grammar, or we call it the functional grammar, the minimum required grammar for English speaking you need to learn. Okay, don't go for the whole grammar, comprehensive grammar. Grammar is not only learned through textbook. Okay, so grammar is not only learned through the textbook, you can learn it by listening, by watching. Okay, by playing some grammatical games. In this way, you can develop the grammar. The next point is remember that natives often break the rules. Now, what does it mean? It means that native speakers always break the rules. For example, when you start learning English, you learn the grammar, and when you make grammatical errors, then you curse yourself. You say, oh, I have committed mistake, oh, I have committed grammatical errors. So remember one thing, native speakers, they also commit grammatical errors. Okay, for example, in our language also, in our Hindi, when you speak Hindi, Marathi or Urdu, so intentionally we commit grammatical errors in our language. For example, one example I will give you in Hindi. How do we commit grammatical errors intentionally? जानबूझकर हम कैसे grammatical errors करते हैं मैं बताता हूँ आपको. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपके फ्रेंड ने आपसे कहा कि मुझे 5,000 रुपये उधार दे, ठीक है, और उसने कहा कि अगर तू मुझे 5,000 उधार नहीं देगा तो मैं तुझे पिकनिक पर नहीं लेकर जाऊंगा. तो आप क्या कहते हो उसको? देखिए, एक अब आपका जो बोलने का स्टाइल है वो कैसे होता है. आप कहते हो अरे चल. क्या कहते हो? अरे चल. यानी यहाँ पर ग्रामेटिकली यहाँ बोलना ये था अरे जा, जा बोलना था आपको, लेकिन आप क्या कहते हो? अरे चल. चल का मतलब तो होता है कम. ओके, तो क्या हुआ यहाँ पर? हुई ना ग्रामेटिकल एरर, बट दैट इज द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ द लैंग्वेज. हिंदी का वो एक्सप्रेशन है जहाँ पर आप उसको कहते हो कि अरे चल, तो यहाँ पर बोलना ये चाहिए था अरे जा. ठीक है. सो द सेम थिंग हैपेंस विथ other languages also. So the point here says that native speaker also break the rules. Okay, use modern English content product produced by native speakers. Okay, so try to listen to the native speakers, especially you should listen to the players, film stars, politicians, those who belong to English speaking countries. Okay, so you will come to know about the latest trend of the English speaking. The next point is choices and choices. What does it mean? Okay, someone has written that I am not asking you about assignment. Okay, I have read your message. So this assignment is to submit when you will come to classroom. I repeat, the assignment I told you yesterday that you should come prepared on this either of the three topics. You should come prepared and you will deliver it in classroom. Okay, so thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. Who reminded it? Okay, Asmat said don't worry, today sir haven't said. Sorry, see, actually what I'll tell you. First let me complete this, then we will come to the conclusion. Only this last point I will explain you here. So choices. What does it mean? It is often best to avoid using textbook or other resources written by non-native speakers because they are more likely to contain errors and old-fashioned language. Okay, so I will stop with point number 19, that choices. Okay, if you want to improve your English language, your choice matters a lot. Choice means what do you read, what do you listen, what do you watch, which spoken class do you join. Okay, so your choice makes a huge difference. What type of English do you want to improve? That is your choice. Okay, so we'll stop here with point number 19. Remaining points will take in other session, and I will come to your question, that assignment. So I have told you yesterday about assignment. So what is the assignment? I'll tell you what I told you yesterday, that this one, see the page. Assignment is like when you will come to the classroom, you will come prepared either of the topic as a speech. Okay, so there are three topics on the screen: COVID-19, life during lockdown, and back to college. Choose any of the topic, prepare a passage, a speech, okay, a presentation, and when you will come to the college, you will present it. Okay, and it should not be more than 5 minutes. You will have time 5 minutes to present your speech on these topics. Okay, all can prepare it. Anyone out of these three? Anyone? So I think we should stop here. If you have question, you should ask. Those who have question. Yes, if you prepare your presentation, you should bring it in your pen drive. Again, any more question? So our classes will restart from 15th of Feb. So what is the day on 15th? Yes. Okay, 15th is on Monday. Yes, ask your question. Okay. Yes. Yes. So far we have completed, I think, 5 lectures. 6 lecture. Today we have completed 6 lecture. So don't worry, I will share some notes in the group. Today or tomorrow I will send some PDF files. I will share some PDF files that will help you. Okay. Any other question? Okay, just a minute. Don't leave the room. Don't leave the room. Let me count your attendance, and then I will allow you to leave the room. First of all, let me see your attendance. Okay, by the time if you have question, you can ask. So we are talking about the communication barriers, okay? And language is also a barrier, and in language, especially English language, is most commonly faced barrier in communication. And one more suggestion I will give you, when you join online sessions, so try to keep your this ID name as your real name, okay? Because some students have their mobile model number as their ID name, okay? So try to keep your name as your ID as your actual name. It will be easy for me to consider your attendance. So thank you so much. We'll stop here. We'll continue in next session. All the best, and keep practicing. Keep practicing, okay? Only practice can make you perfect. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Take care.